In this moment, I'm really glad that I arrived 6 months before we start a new season. But I think we are going to avoid a lot of mistakes, and would be in the next season. So I think we now is the time that we can use all that suffering to change things in the summer. And when I say in the summer, it's not just the players. There's a lot of things that we need to change in our club. So we are doing that. We did that for 6 months. We changed in every aspect of our club. So I'm really glad in this moment. We suffer a lot, but I'm really glad that I arrived 6 months because it's going to help me a lot in the next season.
Dear Manchester United fans, sometimes I am bewildered with some things I read about Manchester United from the fans. In some comments I've seen on some of my videos, I see Manchester United fans saying, oh, Ruben Amorim is hard. This attitude, he will use this attitude to chase all the players away. and that sounds really funny because players don't just leave clubs. Yes, they are under contracts. And before a player leaves a club, the management of that club would have agreed with the player or would have agreed with another club to sell that player. Because as far as the club is concerned, two things happens. Either the club sells the player or the player run down their contract. But a coach cannot just send a player out of the club without the management being aware. So, and now this makes it very delusional that someone will say, oh, he will send, or if he sends all of the players away, who will now play for us? It sounds really funny. It sounds really funny because this is how it works. A coach comes into a club, identify the players that he wants, relates to the management. These are the players that I think I don't need. The management sorts out how to sell them off and go ahead to bring in the players that he, the coach, needs. So there is no way a club will be without players, because I don't know how to explain it to anybody again that there is no way Ruben Amorim will chase Manchester United players out unless those players are not ready to play for Ruben Amorim. And once a player indicates brings the agenda or the idea that he's not ready to play for Ruben Amorim, any management that is backing the coach would naturally sell that player off, because one person cannot become a hindrance to what a coach is planning to achieve. I hope that is clear. Somebody said Sporting CP is not Manchester United. If Sporting CP catch Manchester United like this, they will beat Manchester United anyhow. The Sporting CP right now is more of a team and more of a stable club than Manchester United. And this is the reason why the management and board of Manchester United went to hire Ruben Amorim, because Sporting CP was in disarray. Sporting CP was down and out until they hired Ruben Amorim to come in, and Ruben Amorim took complete charge of the players and identifying his recruitment. And when he did that, in the first season, he did not win the league. It was abysmal. It was not good. And in the second season, Ruben Amorim won the league. Now, this is something that he is trying to replicate with Manchester United. The only thing that a sane fan would do is to support the coach. You have seen the coach do it somewhere. All you have to do is support the coach to replicate it. If Pep Guardiola was not good with the Spanish side Barcelona, Man City would not go all out for him. If Jose Mourinho was not good with Porto, Chelsea wouldn't have gone for him. If Jurgen Klopp was not good with Dortmund, Liverpool will not have gone for him. Now, Xabi Alonso has performed very well with Bayern Leverkusen, and Real Madrid has gone for him. Now, look, nobody can. You cannot say Bayern Leverkusen and Real Madrid are on the same level. No, but Real Madrid has gone for him because he has proven himself with a lesser team. This is how sane management judges coaches, and they have gone for a coach that has managed to identify his players, won the league, and bring back. He won the league first time in 19 years for Sporting CP, and he is telling you right now that he is going to replicate it with Manchester United. The only thing that you can do is support the coach. When things happen with a coach, all you need to do is go check the track record of the coach. Just like Ange Postecoglou told the Tottenham people, said, I always win trophies in my second season. And he won the Europa Cup in his second season. So that alone would give Tottenham board the ability and motivation to want to support the coach. Now, Ruben Amorim has shown in many instances that a lot of things has to be changed with Manchester United. And the changes are very visible. Everybody is seeing the changes. Unless you choose to be blind or unless you don't understand football management. Most changes that happens in a team happens in the management before it starts happening on the field of play. Liverpool changed a lot of their management personnel, scouting personnel, the footballing director, and all of those things before they started getting in the right players into the team to win them the league. This is the same thing with Real Madrid. This is the same thing with Barcelona. This is the same thing that happened with Chelsea when Roman Abramovich came in. Changed a lot of things. They went on to buy players. This is the same thing that happened with Man City. Changed a lot of things. They went ahead to get their players and they started winning. Every team has to change a management that is not working. Get in guys that are doing proper jobs, proper management jobs, proper scouting, get them in, and then get a coach that will work with these guys. Then start getting the players that would translate all of those efforts on the pitch. A bad management cannot produce good performances on the pitch. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to tell you. A bad management, a bad club management cannot produce good performances on the pitch. When David Gill was with Manchester United, then with Alex Ferguson, Manchester United were winning trophies. Then it became the Glazers and everything crumbled. That is to let you that bad management cannot yield good results on the pitch. You have to first of all have your house in order, build a solid foundation for the club before you can recruit players that will translate all of those efforts on the pitch. And if you look at how Manchester United is going, the trajectory Manchester United is going in this summer, you would see a lot of changes. Changes in the way that they sign players, changes in the profile of the players that they go for now, changes in how they approach players now, changes in how they now. Manchester United is no longer the club that would go for a player and they would tell Manchester United to go and bring 500 million and they will be there begging and begging and begging, and the whole season will go down because somebody feels like, oh, these people are desperate, and they are desperate. Now Ruben Amorim has come in to steady it. Now you go for players whom are ready to play for the club. You don't go for big names. You don't go for names. You don't go for people who have big egos. You go for players who you know that relates with you, that understand the philosophy, that you can explain your philosophy to, that has that profile, that portfolio to play your game style. And this is what Ruben Amorim has come to do. Get in those players, and then when you get in those players, you start translating all of the things that you have done backdoor on the pitch, and your success is guaranteed. Every team that has done it, look at Newcastle. Everything that has done it, get in players, strategic positions, they have always done well. And this is what is happening with Manchester United. and it is almost certain, it is imminent that Manchester United is going to do well next season. It is not about winning the league. It's not about coming fourth. It is about doing well, showing progress from point A to point B. It took what's it called? Jurgen Klopp time. It's taking Arteta time. Tuchel was sacked because the management of Chelsea wasn't good at the time. Tuchel is a very, very good coach. So all of these things that I've tried to explain to you, I hope it sinks. I hope it makes you understand that Manchester United is now a different club. When last did you see Manchester United sign a player in May? When last did you see Manchester United sign a player this fast? When last did you see Manchester United go in for a player and concluded in a matter of weeks? When last did you see that? That happened years ago. But right now, it is back. Manchester United are going in for players and concluding signing in matter of weeks. This is a development in the right direction. I hope that you understand. I hope that you watch this video to this extent to understand everything. I hope you did not skip the video, because as a Manchester United fan, there are statements you ought not to make. The club you are supporting is a massive club, and you, by nature, you are supposed to know a lot of things about football management, sport management, and football on the field itself. I hope I hope you get my point. We'll discuss it in the comment section. I'll see you again in my next video.